Hey everyone, Egman here with another video, and we've got some new Buu cards for the Black Buu archetype. Also, today's my birthday, and I celebrated earlier, so I might be a little bit more loosey goosey than normal. So sorry if I'm less coherent on that board, but hopefully that also means I'm more active and fun for it. So also it's my birthday, so subscribe to me if you haven't already. Boom, do it. Anyways, so we've got this new. I'm going to go over this leader just once again because we've got this new archetype that really revolves around not having any cards in our hand, which is really unique to this archetype. We usually don't have that kind of thing. So for this leader, it's Bibbity. When this card attacks, draw one. This card gains plus 5k power of duration in the turn. And when you have no cards in your hand, you may draw three, choose two cards in your life, add them to your hand, then flip this card over, and that's how you awaken. So once again, really unique because this is like the first leader we've gone where you have to take cards out of your life to awaken, and it's just a unique condition there. And then we have this 15k Majin Buu, one with nothingness. If you have no cards in hand at the end of your turn, draw 5 cards. And then active main, and this is not once per turn. You can choose one card in your hand, place it in your drop area, choose one. Choose one of your opponent's bad cards at any cost 3 or less, and place it under this card, or this card gets plus 5k power of duration in the turn. So this leader we already had, but the new cards just kind of revolve around this archetype of it's okay not to have any cards in our hand because our leader refills it, and there's a lot of like benefits from there. So first of all, it's our first extra combo. It's this demonic absorption, so it's permanent. The permanent is you can activate this activate battle from your hand without paying its energy cost. So you can choose up to one of your leader cards or battle cards gets plus 5k power of duration in turn. So this can just be like a free combo. Well, there we go. And then activate if your leader card is black, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and send it to their owner's warp. So just being able to use 3 energy to like warp, permanently a card, not disregarding barrier and disregarding their energy cost is crazy. This is super unique, and this is just really good removal, honestly. So it is three energy to do so, and it's on an extra card. But once again, you can combo this extra card whenever you need to. And yeah, I think this will probably see a little bit of play, and it's really cool how this can kind of get rid of anything, really. Like unless it just I think indestructible is the only thing that can't get rid of this card, or can't be removed from the field with this card. But that's kind of no one's really using indestructible cards right now. So this might be used one or two of if you just have to be using a leader that's also black. So next up you've got this Deborah, Darkness Perfected. So counterplay, play this card. If all your energy is black, reduce the energy cost of the card in their hand and drop area by 1. So this is kind of like an extra, like a multi-counter kind of thing, but it's only if you have only black cards. And so during your opponent's turn, when you play this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, and it can't attack or activate skills for duration of the turn. So that's cool. Being able to you just make sure they can't attack with something and reduce their skills. So that's really cool and really unique as well. And obviously you can't choose a card that has barrier, so this doesn't get around barrier. But I think this is awesome if they just play a card that can just drop and do something with it. Then you can't, you can just get rid of like triple strike, which is really nice, or like dual attack before they even swing. And obviously they can't attack with it anyways. But I think this is a cool card. It doesn't, when you play this card, auto still resolve, but this could be really nice. I think it's also let's see, it's probably bad that it doesn't reduce by 1 your drop area, which means you can't recycle this card with cards like these Ghost Warriors, because you need a 3 or 7. So that's kind of actually probably a bad thing about this card, unfortunately. But then also you can play it with like Shenron here, but then you don't get its when you play this card ability. So I don't know. I think this card's good, but we'll see how it goes. Next up, we've got this Bobbity, Unrepentant Sorcerer. So auto, if all your energy is black and you have 2 or more energy, choose one card in your hand, place it in your drop area. When you play this card, choose up to 1 Deborah, Poi Poi, Yakon, or Majin Buu card in your drop area with any cost 2 or less, and play it, and you can't play this card for duration of the turn. So pretty much you play this on turn 2, and then you get something else. If you look here, so right now, I'm guessing we're gonna get some more, but if you look at this, we have like one Yakon and one Poi Poi, but they're both red cards from Tournament Power, and they weren't super good. Like a 15k crit, I guess, for free is cool, or this one Yakon's weird, right? It's the let's see, permanent gets plus 5k power for each card under this, and when your opponent attacks with one of their cards, you place one card from the top of your deck under it, and then if there are 5 or more, you place this in your drop area. So it can get pumped up to, what, 30k, and then if they swing a third time, or what, a fifth time, then it just kills itself. So I'm guessing there's going to be some more ones, and they're going to be black instead of red, but that's just how I'm seeing it now. Maybe that'd be true, but being able to play a 1-drop, you know, being able to play a 2-drop for 1 is really nice. So this will probably be used in the archetype. Next up, we also have this Bibbidi Primeval Conjurer. So this is super combo with only 3k, but super combo. If all your energy is black, when you combo with this card from your hand, this card gets plus 10 or plus 1k combo power for the duration of the turn for each card in your drop area and warp area. So this is fantastic. If you have 7 cards into your drop or warp, it becomes just a free 10k. But pretty much, you know, you have to have up to 12 cards. So kind of how I value super combos is that it's a 10k, and then assuming you draw into a 5k. So you know, super combos are about 15k worth of combo power by themselves. So being able to, you know, if you have 12 cards in your drop area, that reaches it, which is pretty easy late game. So I still think you'd probably want to run 2 and 2. But being able to have this card, I mean, if you're playing against with Majin Buu, where you don't want the super combo to draw cards necessarily, because you want to have 0 cards in hand, this can be a really good card to just have 4 of. And like, this can get, if you have 30 cards, this is in your drop and warp, this becomes like a 33k combo. So nothing super, like, this can work very well. And in, you know, just like in decks like Mass Saiyan, where you just put cards in your drop area as soon as you can, this becomes like a foo by itself, right? Because you just pump up so big for 1 card, and your opponent has to, like, they have to combo multiple cards to get around it. So it doesn't draw a card, but I think it can be better than drawing a card, because it can be like twice as powerful, like twice as much combo power or more than a regular super combo. Next up, so these are the new Majin Boos that go with this whole archetype, and I think these cards will actually make the archetype really, really good. So this is a 5-drop Majin Buu Unparalleled Absorption, so double strike, permanent. This card can't be played from any area if you have 2 or less energy, so you have to have 3 or more. And when you play this card, you can't play another one for the duration of the turn. But active main, if you have no cards in your hand, choose up to 1 black Majin Buu card in your drop area with any cost between 3 and 6 and play it on top of this card in active mode. And so you'll see the same thing with this one as well, Majin Buu Hybrid Absorption. It's the same thing, but it's crit. And so pretty much the idea with this deck is that, is that the, okay, and this one as well, because this has dual attack. I think that's really it, right? Yeah, okay, double strike, this one has critical, and then this one has dual attack. But yeah, it's all having no cards in their hand, but they swap in between each other. So it's kind of like the Vegito archetype that happened, what, a couple sets ago, where you really want to, like, this just cycles through stuff by itself. And so you kind of have to decide, okay, which one's better. But off 1 card, you get 4 swings, 1 crit, 1 dual attack, so that's 2 more, and then also a double strike as well. So I think that makes it really good, just being able to swap through these targets. Of course, if they're able to KO this or something, then, you know, it's all is for naught. But I think that's really cool, being able to, like, cycle through these Majin Boos and kind of go through, like, this absorption archetype. So, and I'm not sure if this in Shenron later yet. No, it doesn't look like it. Let's see if we can find the other one. All right, because it was, okay, here, okay, phew, okay, we made it. All right, so they also have this 2-drop Majin Buu Ghastly Rampage. So if all your energy is black and you have no cards in your hand and you place this card in your drop area, choose 1. You can choose up to 1 black Majin Buu card with energy cost of 3 or 4 in your drop area and play it. So you can go into the 4-drop, that's the dual strike, and then go into the, you know, the double strike, and then the crit, and then you can go into the 6-drop from there. Or if you have 3 or more energy, choose up to 1 black Majin Buu with any cost between 3 and 6 in your drop area and play it. So you can just go straight into here, into the 6-drop as well. But yeah, so this one's really good for being able to do that. And then this is the big 6-drop. So this card can't be removed from your battle area by your opponent's skill. And when this card's in rest mode, your opponent can't use non-leader skills to add cards from their deck to their hand. And then, you know, for 3 more, you can do that. But like, being able to use this Majin Buu here to go into their other stuff is really nice, and just go from there. So that's that whole idea. And if we go here and look through here and just looking at battle cards. So some additional cards I was thinking about. One is just like Son Goku Adventure Begins. Obviously, this card's going to be good in like just being able to recycle your cards for the leader and being able to just get like Dragon Balls and just like add another card for like later combos and that kind of stuff. This card's going to be good. And maybe if you want to use like the 20k combo, I don't think you would, but like this is good for like early game kind of stuff. This Hatchiak Hatred Everlasting. So when this has pretty much dual attack if it attacks a battle card, but activate if your leader card is black and you place this card from your hand to your drop area, you place the top 2 cards from your deck into your drop area. So you're able to just discard this from your hand for free, and also for activate for 3, choose 3 black battle cards in your drop area within your cost between 3 and 7. Place them at the bottom of your deck in any order, and you can play this card from your drop area. So you can play this from your drop area for free, which is super nice. You don't have to have a machine mutant leader either. You can just play this from your drop area. So if you're just ditching cards for your leader ability and then you can play it later, that's really great. So you play it from your drop and you can still play it even if you have no cards in hand. Turtles, the Unstoppable Ghost Warrior. This one can be great as well just because it's good for like it just puts a lot of pressure because it's a 15k dual attack, and then also it's really easy to just use this active battle to pitch cards and then get 0 cards in hand. This can also be great for like pitching cards during your opponent's turn, like they're attacking your leader or something. Then you can pitch something, and then you can drop to like pitch cards from your hand, and then you can awaken on your opponent's turn. So he can be really nice. Super Saiyan 3 Tag Team Gohan, definitely great. Because you remove your boos from your battle area, and so you can just play this whenever you do your like active mains on boos. So because it removes it from the battle area and plays another one. So this is going to be great, and then you can play it from your hand. It's just a card on the field that's for free. So he's always going to be good. What else is there? I think that's mostly it. Like overall kind of seems good already. Oh yeah, there's one more card. This isn't my own idea. I saw it on Facebook. Shoutouts to whoever posted about it. But Fu mission accomplished. So active main for 2. Remove this card from your drop area from the game. Choose up to 1 black battle card in your drop area or warp with energy cost of 7 or less and add it to your hand. So this is great for if you need to go into your 2-drop Buu again. So you can just use. So let's say you have no cards in hand, right? And this just has to be in your drop area. You can pay 2. And get this 2-drop Majin Buu back, and you can use this Majin Buu to bring out the 4-drop, which you can go into all the other ones as well. So this is a really good card to kind of, as like a second wave to do those abilities and all that, and just making sure that you can find the 2-drop easily. I think that was it, right? Yeah, because that needs a machine mutant. I mean, obviously Overwhelm will always be kind of powerful in these kind of decks. I didn't think there's anything too much. You don't really need any self-awakening because the deck awakens itself. Yeah, I think that was really it that I had to talk about these cards. But yeah, it seems like a really cool and interesting archetype. Those other cards really make it. So I think, and being able to like burst cards to do it, I think is a really good idea. And so if you need cards that like this burst or have those kind of abilities, especially like this Hatchiak Hatred Unleashed, being able, I think you need to play 4 of these just so you can start milling things, just so you can get stuff in your drop area. I think that's a good idea. And if there's any other black cards that just mill, that's probably a good idea as well. So that's going to be it. Excited for this archetype. I think it's just got a lot better with all these new cards, and I think it'd actually be kind of competitive with the idea of that. Oh, you can just have like a bunch of big attacks on turn 3 and still have a 5-card hand, and still have like 6 to 4 life on turn 3 still. So that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think about this video, what you think about these cards, and I'll catch you all next time.